We live in times where it's very important to discern and make sure what you see, you hear makes sense. Because as we search for hope in whatever we are going through, because the times we are living in are so painful. The news that you listen, conversations, every place you turn is like there's always chaos and chaos. And it reaches a point until you ask yourself, well, will I wake up tomorrow and find I'm still there? Because you really never know where there's diplomatic relation, where there's issues within a community, whether it's government suppression, where there's countries about to get even in power to show who is who. We search for hope. You are working, you're hoping, you're anticipating to get your salary. Let's say you're in employment. But what's the guarantee that that end month you'll get your salary? There is a probability that that company may shut down. There is a probability that your salary may be delayed. There is a possibility that one day you'll go to that company and it burn to the ground. Will you get your money? Will you get your benefits? What happens next? You're in business. You wake up, you do the best that you can, show up on time every day, smile on your face. When you know that at home, your rent is due, you've already passed the timeline you're supposed to pay your rent, and you're quiet, food is running out, you're just smiling every day you wake up, and you hope, well, maybe today is going to be better. But you get to work, to your business, and whatever county or authority that's around that area, they decide to shut your business down. You didn't pay a particular permit, or something has happened within that environment that poses a security threat to everyone. So you have to close it. Or there's a tension within that area. So maybe curfews have been placed. Now your business, the operating times of your business is now affected with the curfew. What do? You're stuck. You have kids, for example, and your kids were all okay. You receive a call. Your child has been wounded. So bad that they have been rushed to the ICU or HDU. There you are. You just kissed your child to go to school. Every day, life is very unpredictable. And every day, we don't know about today or tomorrow. We hope we do. When you take that public transportation, you hope that you're going to arrive to your destination. You don't have a guarantee. The person driving might decide you don't arrive to the destination. Maybe they are going through some issues in their life and bitterness has taken center stage and they decide, I'm going down with everyone. So there you are, seated, relaxed, thinking whoever is driving or riding or flying you to your destination will do that, but they fail not to. Or maybe they were okay and then they have a heart attack or they have a muscle pull and whatever they are doing needs their muscles together. They can't break. There you are. Life is very unpredictable. And the sad thing is now the people who take advantage of people's hope. They promise you the world. Someone will come love bomb you from here to Timbuktu, promising you they'll give you everything. They lure you in. You say, you found the one. You get to the one. And then the one tells you, you know what? Even fish we throw crumbs. And once it gets hooked, there's no more food for it. It's now on the table. Or like chicken, you throw grains. Once it's gotten to the trap, the grains is different. So you ask yourself, was this person with good intent? Or were you another one, another victim, lured by blind hope, false love? It's happening. People are getting into relationships they should never have gotten into, marriages they should never have gotten into. Nobody warned them. Some even asked all the right questions. But the people they were dealing with, they have a network. Family ties so close that it's very hard to find the truth. Your hope has been crushed. You had hope. Now it's been blinded. Someone else comes and tells you, spiritually, I can answer your thing. You know what? You can be something. No, you are not in this world. You are before this world. They lure you in, whether they use a religious approach, whichever way of spirituality, you're hooked. They start telling you, you don't need to live in this world. Bring your money, bring this, bring that. You know what? Your family is the distraction. You take the bait. Now you're part of a cult. Now you want to get out. But remember, when you got in, you destroyed all the relationship. Now the people outside think of you like a lunatic, and the people on the inside are easily eating you up. You're stuck between two worlds. Now, if you get out, you have the retaliation of the people part of the cult. If you get out, the people on the outside are starting looking at you differently. You're stuck. You once had hope, now it's been blinded. At the end of the day, the best you can do is to get out. There'll be shame. There'll be ridicule. You'll be called names. But guess what? Get out. If you see danger, don't wait until the volcano erupts on you for you to realize the volcano or an avalanche is literally coming on your end. Don't wait until you are covered in ice and you can't move. Sometimes it's going to be painful. And that's life. Never predictable. You go to school, you hope that after you get your grades and you pass the exams, you're going to get that job. Get to the job, you have to go be an attaché, go through internship. In the internship, you realize, well, things are not the way they are. Someone decides you're better off not in this world. Such is life. Very unpredictable. Hope can be blinded at times. We can look into something and say, maybe this was the way. And in the process, we become isolated, confused, exploited, shamed, destroyed, victimized. Our minds are controlled, and many things were taken out of context. That's why it's important to discern. If you see someone tell you there's this job for this company, go to the main company, look at their website, look at their vacancy, confirm if the link is in relation to the other link you are given. Because nowadays, that's how scammers hook us up. They tell you there's this job. You click, they have access to your work. You have to be careful. The times we are living in, it's very messed up. So much mind control. So much. We have a lot of predictive programming since we were kids. The things we were told, we started looking at people in a different way based on the content we watched. Being suppressed to a point whereby we believed what we saw was real. We are literally under a dome, thinking that we understand the outside. We've never been out the outside because we've been stuck in that dome. It's very easy. Many people are stuck in a dome. They have a perception of a country, a nation, a race, a culture, but they have what is fed to them. They're fed information, whether by media, whether the conversations around them. And they believe that's what the world is, but that's not the world. The first time they get out, they realize everything was a lie. Look at our histories, how much they are distorted. Distorted from those nations that perpetrated the atrocities. So the people from that nation think this is how the people are supposed to be, which is a lie. And the people who are victimized out of the atrocities committed against them, and they are made and forced to celebrate those who victimized them. Sad stories, blind hope. Anyone can be a victim. It's not cast on stone. In a time like this, where jobs are literally disappearing, where AI deepfakes are taking your image, where your own image in less than 2 minutes can be created and do the unthinkable things out there, and people will say it's you, your voice even sounding like you. It's easy to be blinded, but there's hope. All I can say is, when everything seems too good, think twice. Don't rush. Don't jump. Don't press. Don't just scroll. Take your time. Ask yourself, is this real? If it's real, am I the only one seeing this? And if am I the only one, am I the special one? Or am I the next victim? Take your time. Anyone can be blinded by hope. We are not cast on stone. But should it happen, don't blame yourself. Don't feel ashamed. It happens. Now take charge and push forward. We learn a step at a time.